Yo, Q, what up? Yo, Q,
Man, I'm keeping it real. What up, Duan?
Welcome
Let's get it.
to not just music, where we keep it real and honest.
Always.
My mama praying, telling me, Q, you need to chill. They can't respect the truth from just silence.
Look into your again, like you said, if you can get help, that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't get help, there are plenty of other helps out here, grants, situations where you can credit, you know, go things off your credit, whatever you choose to do to make that position. Just to me, just go into it with that dope mentality, man. Like,
right.
It's a risk, you know, regardless of, it's gonna be a risk.
Yeah.
But like the big people say, all it takes is one time to win. And once you win that one time, it's up. But you just have to take the risk.
Right.
Do what you need to do. Lay low key. Don't do nothing. Don't buy a whole bunch of stuff. Just stack the money up.
Yeah.
And to me, this is the next thing I told you need to do. Start going to these events. Go to these movie producer events. These independent movie producer events. That's why I'm going to the podcast movement. I'm going to that because I'm driving into that lifestyle.
Right,
so for me to be able to be around the right people, I'm going to have to go to those rooms, those big, huge rooms that they're in and mingle amongst the people.
So can I ask you something?
Yeah.
So, okay, like things like Dreamville Fest that I'm doing. You think that's beneficial where I could make some moves and promote? Or is that more of just fun?
I think it's more fun. I'm gonna tell you why.
Think so?
The only reason it's gonna be people that are passing out their brand, but everybody's not coming there for the brand. Everybody's coming there for what Dreamville has to offer.
Right.
So that's gonna be the biggest, you know, money maker is Dreamville getting. You know, you can meet some people there that do music. You know, meet some people there that's some content creators, some video people. You know, you can meet a lot of people there. Don't get me wrong. But
the main objection
is Dreamville.
Yeah.
Unlike if
going to a podcast convention
or you going to
movie convention
or rap I saw Zaytoven. Like Zaytoven getting ready to have one of them things. I forget what he called it.
A cipher?
Yeah, and not a cipher.
Not a cipher.
It's like he renting out a studio and he allowing 40 people to come in. Producer summit or something like that. Basically, it's gonna be artists. It's gonna be artists and producers there. Mainly producers. Producers get to come in, play their music for. He gonna have some of his A&R friends there. He gonna go to stuff like that.
See, look, man, this still in support, man.
Yeah.
I went. What damaged me from those type of events was when I first started out rapping. When I was going to the pay. It was the pay to play type performances. Yeah. And even though you were paying, like it's like you never gained any relationships from these things. You never gained any gain from these things. It was more just about your money. Let's have a good time. You perform, okay, we got your money.
Yeah.
But what game was they giving you other than just, you know, you wasn't really getting no game.
Yeah.
You just wasting money just going the rap for 5 minutes or whatnot, and then you sit here drinking, talking to this girl, this and that. You probably don't even know him now. Like, I mean, but what game knowledge did you get from
useful.
that?
And you notice how,
you know what I'm saying?
You notice how they started to die out when the pandemic rolled in here.
Talk about
one thing. This is one thing I hate about those. They never put you in a position, like you said. They go the big word. They don't put you in position. It's like a sense of saying it was a waste of time to go do it. So this is why I say.
And can I say something else? So cut in. And that's why anytime I see a flyer saying like something, like saying, okay, the winner gets free studio time or this and that, I run from it because what I start out by telling you in the beginning, I'm so used to. Like if I lose out on this, I lose it on my own. I have to get it up from the ground up.
Yeah.
All eyes are on me. So that's what I'm saying, and it causes me to run from conventions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
And the hardest thing is this, man. Like
just knowing the right ones to attend.
The right ones. Let me tell you why. This is why you tie yourself into like a lot of networks that are online. Now let me tell you, this is why how I win. What I do is one of the biggest things I've been doing is like, especially Pod Page. Pod Page is built for people who podcast. Have a website, you want to come to Pod Page and work your way through Pod Page.
Yeah.
Pod Page not only gives you accessible things to release podcasts, they give you people, they give you connections that you can tie yourself into as well to build these situations. Because I mean, look at it, it's a thing of gotta pay Pod Page for the website.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they just give us something worthy? That's why a lot of people don't like to buy into websites, because these websites don't give anything. Exactly. But the biggest thing is how will you ever know if you don't tie yourself into the website and find out? So how you find out? You got to take that risk. You got to take that chance. Pod Page was a big one. Yeah. They tied me into a lot of different networks that could help push the whole situation of what podcasting needs to be, even just organic podcasting, even the ones that hadn't zapped all the way into the paid promotion of podcasting yet. But I know that's going to be a big thing when it's time, because if it's just the organic way of getting things now, it's a blessing to have just organically just doing what it's doing. But for the sake of the mentality though, how do you know if it's going to work or not? You got to take the chance. And the thing is putting it out at its highest quality. Whatever you're doing, whatever it is, make sure that you do it at the highest quality. Don't give people the best experience. Like I said, what's the use of having somebody come see your brand and you ain't giving them nothing for it? If they come, what are you gonna get them for spending $50 with you? What you gonna get them for spending $5 with you? What are you gonna get them for spending $20 with you? You have to have a mentality to think like, okay, you got to give more than the whole situation. Like you got going.
And you know what? And that's smart. And now that you say that, because like a lot of these conventions that I went to, like I would perform or whatnot, and then I was kind of like, you already know I'm not a people person. Yeah. Bro. So I would be like, you know what I'm saying, just chilling, vibing by myself in the corner where I could have been talking to people, networking, this and that. So part of it was on me too. That was me being young in a shell, and like I get what you're saying, like. You see these from the hood when they in front of these white executives like Def Jam getting on the table and rapping and stuff, like I mean, and that's one thing I will say, them be hungry, like the ones from the trenches. I will say that they the hungry ones, cause
they are. You're right.
I mean they the hungry ones.
And the thing is it's a saturated market, but it's hard to find those. It's hard to take a risk. That's why it's not a whole lot of superstars. Yeah. There's not a whole lot of huge companies out here, because a lot of them don't take a whole lot of risks. And then you think about it now.
I use SZA for example, bro. SZA, I seen her interviews, bro. SZA she's more like a conservative person like me too. Like I don't think she really F with a lot of people or mess with a lot of people like that. Like. She don't really deal with a lot of people like that. You know what I'm saying?
You can tell.
And the thing of it is, but she has a brand behind her. All she gotta do is go in there and sing. Yeah. So that's another thing. Artist development too is a big thing. How we talked about in the past, like that can help you a lot of way too. Cause a lot of times she probably don't even want to talk to these certain people, and she got a team to do that. And network. And so that's another thing that I probably was missing. Cause I was having to go out here and talk to these people one on one. Like it was me. Like you say, it's just Quincy Murdoch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's another thing too, man. A team, bro, will take you a long way.
That goes, and this is to
I know me, it's still in the support realm.
To me, this is another thing too. Like you just said, a team. The biggest thing I hate about teams is you can pay for a team. I hate that. But it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. But it's a good thing. I'm going to tell you why it's a good thing, and I'm going to tell you why it's a bad thing. I'm going to tell you why the bad thing first. Paying for a team, that's what you're doing. That's the bad thing. You're paying for a team. But just think about it like this. The NBA has to pay for teams. Each individual team has to pay players. You have to pay the team. Yeah. That's how it goes, though. And it's not like It's not like recreational ball where everybody can come in, they pay a certain fee, and then everybody can get on the team. It's a different story when you paying for your team. You putting together the best people though.
Right.
And this is the part that a lot of people take grants, the money that they get from companies. You know, these companies sign them. We give you $250,000 right up front. A lot of people say, I need this money to go take care of bills. You can go pay a couple bills with it, but the most part of that money need to go to the brand. What you gonna do? You need studio people. You need people to pay for. You need your team. You need all that money needs to go towards that.
Like you say, it's not your money. Like we say on the past podcast, it's not even your money.
It's not.
It's not even your money.
And the biggest thing, and I'm gonna be honest with you too.
It's not even your money.
The money that a lot of people make daily. They understand that if you really understand that once you make the money from that job, you have to pay yourself. That's what I feel a lot of people don't do. And now when I say pay yourself meaning that money needs to, either you're going to go spend it right away and you're going to go broke, or you're going to put it up somewhere.
It's kind of like an artist signing a deal. Like they give you that money.
Upfront advance.
But yeah, I mean that's the money they're giving you.
Yeah.
What do you do with that though?
That money,
you know what I'm saying?
That money is supposed to start. See, this is the thing. Studio time. That's you need the music. If it's a music deal, they need the music from you. So
if you got your first check, these artists like they get these big checks. What would you put your check in?
The biggest thing I'm gonna do is put it into equipment. That's what I need. Equipment is gonna be.
Some people buy cars and houses.
And I'm gonna tell you why. So say if the contract is we need 50 songs by next year. We give you this advance money. That advance money they gave you has to be able to get 50 songs done.
Yeah.
We got to think about it like that. So like how they used to. I want Timberland. All right. Tim used to want $250,000 for a beat, just one beat. So think about that. So. If it was $1 million deal, that $250,000 is going. Tim only giving you one song though.
Damn.
So think about how people used to mess up back in the day. They go get Tim. They go get For Real. They go get Lil Jon. You know.
And now it goes back to what I was saying. Now everybody is looking at you like, oh, this is gonna work. Is this gonna work? Like what's gonna happen? Look, you got the best producers. Ain't no excuse now. No. You know what I'm saying? No. Is this gonna work? And that's the worst feeling, bro. Yep. Like everybody looking at you like, is this gonna go?
What did you do?
Like, boy, this is crazy amount of money. I hope this works. The amount
of money that it just took.
That's pressure, bro.
And see,
instead of support.
And and this is the part why I told you. And hear me good. This is why a lot of the people of this era that's coming out now can make their own money the way that they make their own money. Meaning, let me show you how. So like Desi, right? Tell you Desi Banks. Everybody love Desi, right?
Right.
Let me tell you how Desi winning.
He does construction.
And not even just the construction. But just think about what he was doing before he got to that point, right? This dude took
I studied Desi.
Cell phones and created content. So let's first start off there. He's creating it. He ain't got to go get a team. He ain't went and bought nobody. So if somebody brings him a deal, be like, look, we have a deal with you. We want you to put out 15 episodes of your normal little shoots, right? And just wear our shirt in two of those situations, right? Okay. We give you let's say $1 million, right?
Right.
Now, Desi don't got to go pay no cameraman if he don't want to, but he does, I'm sure, because he has somebody shooting behind his cameras.
Yeah, more.
But in the sense
he can afford it now.
He can afford it.
He can do it.
That's the only guy that makes sense to him, because he only shooting with one phone. It ain't like he got 3-4 different angles. He got one dude that he could pay.
Right.
All he got to do is pay that one dude. All the rest of that money can go in his pocket. So if somebody came to us and like, we need y'all to shoot. We need y'all to promote our brand in 15 episodes. We don't have to go pay no cameraman to come set up and shoot us.
Right.
We already got it. So we could take the money that we get, that's money in our pockets, versus money going into the stuff that we need.
And another person I think when Charleston White, even though that's another person, he didn't come into the industry didn't pick him up. The people picked Charleston up.
That's how he got in.
Yeah, the people picked him up. Like the industry didn't pick Charleston
it
up.
wasn't gonna be that.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's the
people,
way
he built relationships with people. They believed in what he was saying, his product.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Charleston is one of those rare ones. We talked about it. I went and revisited the episode we did about him. You said, do you think it's gonna be beneficial to him going against these industry people? And now fast forward now, I think Charleston can't lose, because long as he has those people, those people in the gut, he got like in the hoods and the white folks, to the hillbillies, to the hoods. Like, long as he got that support, Charleston can't lose, because he's a man of the people instead of the industry. If the industry built you up and put you and bought these streams and bought these numbers for you, and we see this going on with Diddy, going back to Diddy. I think a lot of these mainstream they put Diddy in these positions, Revolt, all these companies, they put him up there. So it's easy for them to take that away.
And I think that's
they can't take nothing away from Charleston, because Charleston built this from ground up.
And this is the part,
itself.
the only thing that and that's why I feel,
when he was going out doing those, giveaways and stuff, he said he never asked for donations. He put his own money into it. And that made people want to support, because they seen him putting his money into it.
That's the aspects of it's different to say a brand is doing something versus you're riding on your own name. Right. So for again, we got people like Diddy, then you got people like Charleston White. Diddy was given a certain amount of money to do a certain amount of things with. Diddy found out that relationships matter. Yeah, Diddy had so many relationships where he wasn't having to pay for a whole lot of stuff.
Exactly, and that's good, and that's a blessing, but a curse too.
Charleston White, it's a different situation with him, but this is the only thing I don't like about Charleston White's situation. Once Charleston White is gone, he's gone. Right. And it's not like there's longevity in his name, but there's only longevity in what he does. It's not the case of, because you think about it.
But you got to look at the time we live in now, though. People thrive off that content that he's doing. They thrive off the drama and then the messages. 'Cause people are weird, bro. People want to hear drama and then they want to hear a message after. Like, it's crazy how he does it. But it's attractive. You know what I'm saying? That algorithm.
That person that feels that he's what it is and he's effective, those are the people that's going to be there with him. Same thing like with 50 Cent. It no matter how much 50 Cent is controversial, says whatever he feels he wants to say, there are still those people there that's going to be right there with him. It don't matter. It doesn't change the case of.
It is getting old with him and Diddy though. He always like bashing Diddy though.
I mean,
that's getting old. That's getting old, bro.
Yeah, it's an expectation. An expectation. That's the sad part. People Diddy is so ruthless that people just expect him to do that with Diddy because. Damn, shoot.
It's good. Diddy, they say he was sex trafficking his baby mama with
yeah.
So and then I was like, damn, that's why Diddy on this dude neck.
They hate the fact of one, two
support, man.
One is if you don't have any true supporters, and to me more so friends. Yeah. People that's willing to ride or die with you and stick with you throughout all the mess that, especially with.
And I think I'd be in Diddy position if I was to get in some stuff, some situations, because like you say, I don't deal with a lot of people. Yeah. Not saying I deal with you, but I'm saying like other than that, I don't deal with a lot of people. So it's gonna be easy for people to be like, oh, he did it, because they don't know me. You don't know me, so. It's easy for you to believe something, even if it ain't true. Yeah. Like, we don't know Quint. We don't know. I ain't never hang out with him. Yeah, he probably did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the bad thing. Like you say, relationships, and it like, take you there. It's like you can't win for losing, bro. Like, when you try to be conservative, protective, then like that might backfire on you when you get in the situation. Oh, we don't know him. Yeah. Like, we don't know him, like, and that's how black people tend to abandon something they don't know or what they don't know or can't relate to. So even if it ain't what it looked like, you know what I'm saying? So
easy for them to do. It's easy. I think it's the support that we look for. Again, can sometimes be overwhelming. And if we're looking for it, I don't think it'll ever come. I think it's just a thing
right,
just letting it come. Stay in that work zone.
I'm seeing it now.
And people
conversation.
People may look at the thing of, and this is one thing I looked at too, the consistency of what people look at and how they look at what goes on. Mm-hmm. You know, it may not be a thing of when you have a whole bunch of followers, but people are paying attention to you if the views are up. And that's one thing that I learned to look into more so. The views, what do people look at? And like I told you, a lot of people look at reels. Reels have become the new world order to being noticed and getting notifications.
Bro, we getting noticed, bro. Cause I had somebody hit me up today, man. Matter of fact, the twins from Charlotte, man. Shout out to the twins from Charlotte, man. Real big supporters of Not Just Music Podcast. They like, man, y'all say some real stuff on y'all podcast. It was like y'all talk about things that the community, specifically the black community, need to hear. Mm-hmm. That right there just made me feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm winning. So that motivated me. So now I'm like, bro, me and you had that talk. He said, look, you got your phone. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got your laptop. You know, I got my laptop. I got the system. Mm-hmm. I say, you know what? I'm gonna look out for, you know what I'm saying? I send it over to my dude after we film it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna look out for it because that support that you have, so that's a connection. Because you really rock with it. And he was like, nah, I believe in paying for it. I was like, so right there, he believes in what we're doing. Yeah. So, I mean, that's support. That's support. That's real support. You know what I'm saying?
That takes your diligence and your consistency is always good. That lets you know when you're consistent and staying at it and just continuing to just keep chipping away at it, whatever it take to get it there. You ain't stopped. You ain't gave in on it because a lot of people give up, and this is one thing I do see too. A lot of nobody is consistent to podcasting. Nobody.
For real?
The only ones that's consistent podcasters, if you go online and look up the ones that are consistently podcasting, you'll be able to find them. I've looked at so many different people out here podcasting amongst all these podcast networks, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody is podcasting like we do. Most cases, we're probably in a percentile of about 5 to 10% do it like this.
So you think a lot of people are going back watching the same episodes? Yeah. Of these podcasts?
Yeah, a lot of them are, and it's not the case of that.
It just probably take one of ours.
You do is, again, it's what your conversation and your topic is only a matter of time before it's groundbreaking.
Yeah.
You know what we don't even talk about food and stuff like that, but a food post was actually one of our best posts ever on Instagram. But at the same time, that's how it works though. Yeah. It's gonna be something that you do. It's gonna be something that you say. That one line that captures everybody's attention. That captures that one company's attention. And it's like, okay, you know what? I want them. I want to work with them. And a lot of people aren't willing to pay you until they're willing to see, like, okay, you do this consistently all the time.
Like, you going out to eat knowing, doggone well, you got all that food in the refrigerator. Yeah. That line right there, just one line.
Some people, and it's simple.
It'll gravitate. And I'm like, wow, that was powerful.
My mama done said that to me plenty of times.
I could say something like just some real stuff or from the heart. And y'all, that's what be confusing me. I say, man, I put emphasis in this. Yeah. I ain't even trying on it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And the good thing is, once people see that one, they'll go back and start looking at other stuff that you've done. Yeah. And it just takes that one share, that one person, because a lot of stuff is getting shared. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff that's got shared. YouTube is probably our best when it comes to video because they're just
and support.
They're driven to video. Yeah. But a lot of that stuff that people be bringing in and trying to push the narrative on and make sense of, it's not that it's unforgetting that you forget what people present to you, but it's easy to get caught up in a whirlwind to where everybody's doing something and I'm paying attention to what everybody else is doing. I stop doing what I'm doing because the case of it's not getting where it's supposed to get to fast enough. Just stay diligent, stay consistent. It'll get there. Don't get weary. Don't get into a position where you're not thinking like, oh, this is it can't be done. or if it's a hard thing to do. No, man. Everything is gonna be hard. Well, let's say that everything is gonna be hard. Everything's gonna be work. But how bad do you want it? How consistent are you willing to be? It's only gonna take a short time to do it. If you make it a short thing, meaning you're working so much you ain't even think about it no more.
Right.
Stay on it. Stop worrying about the funds. Work on the stuff that you can.
I feel better after this conversation.
Work on the stuff that you can.
This helped me.
Just remember the like you said, risky is gonna be risky.
Yeah.
You know, all of this stuff all these things I don't
past trauma and stuff, man, affects a lot of people with big dreams, man.
Yeah, it will.
And that's why I wanted to put that out there, because I know it's a lot of people battling that I battle. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's a crucial thing, especially in the black community. Like, you know, it instills somewhat fear.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? And it ain't a good feeling to have. Like, I mean, I've broken out of it somewhat, but it's still always in the back of my mind, back of my head, especially coming from a mother that worries a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mother worries a lot. That's another thing too. A mother that worries a lot.
Yeah, that mess you
and you like if mama scared, God,
yeah,
daddy ain't there.
Yeah,
you know, and psychologically, think what that does to a kid.
It does something, and
that's why I want to talk about these subjects and issues, because these things happen. You know, in the community, like, I mean, and it's good to talk about the other side, like what the having the support, you know what I'm saying, that show both sides, because like you say, it's a lot of people that's in my shoes, a lot of people in Duan's shoes, and that's what's gonna bring people in, is if they can relate to either one of us or both of us, you know what I'm saying, like we can reach one, teach one, you know what I'm saying, like.
Now again, it's two people that I must say that really make me think taking risk are that important. And I ain't saying important to say that take a risk to make you lose everything. But again, make sure that you have risk money. Make sure you have some money to take risk with. It's not going to be given opportunities unless you're taking those opportunities. So, I mean, all these cameras that's out here, all this equipment that's out here, they're up for the grabs. It's just, what are you willing to do with it? You know, once you get it in your hand, once you get all this stuff in your grasp, where you can put stuff out, content and music and all of this stuff. Like, what's your next move after you settle in on, just like I say, just the case of what you want to do. Take the needs.
I'm about to hit the road running, man.
Get your needs taken care of. Handle your needs. Please handle your needs. But don't forget what you want. And especially if you're putting the time and effort into it, it's a reason why you're putting time and effort into it. You don't come down here just to shoot for no reason.
Right.
And again, this stuff.
But I could be doing a whole lot on my own. I'm realizing too, because even with this phone, I'm about to buy that data, buy that storage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Set this bad boy up. Matter of fact, when I go to Dreamville, I'm gonna take my laptop. I'm gonna take my podcast system. I'm gonna take this right here. Take my the thing that holds your phone, and I'm gonna do some blogging down there, man. Try to do some blogging, and that's content. You know what I'm saying, to use. So I mean, I know I'm giving out my ideas, but I've been working on some stuff. You know what I'm saying, and like you say, work on it in your free time, and
what's what you're supposed to do. If
but
you don't work on it, you know, it's not gonna get done unless you're working on it.
Right.
Like I said, I wouldn't know, like. Got through a whole segment today, and camera ain't going out one time, and that took time to get to that. Taking chances, taking risks. You know, you don't ever know which one gonna be the hit, but you got to keep taking chances, digging. Just don't put no small footprint in the sand. Pick your foot up, jump into it. You know, that's what I say. Get in. It's not gonna move itself. I'm gonna say that one more time. It's not going to move itself. The only way we've got to this many episodes is because we were trying. We were taking chances. We were putting, you know, it wasn't gonna, just like I said, it wasn't gonna do it by itself. Right. So now that we've gotten to this point and we're here, just remember, it's already moving. It's not, is it gonna work? We're already at it.
Right.
We already on. We good.
Right.
But we need what it takes to keep going. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people don't think about. You're going to have to do things to keep your brand going. Just remember though, it's not going to be free. It's never going to be free to get to the next level. It's not going to be free. Right. It's going to take you, and it's going to take you and your money. Or in the case of, if you find help, get help.
Right. Quincy.
Get help. Go get the help. It's there. LLCs, go get these business, all these things. It's more than LLCs out here. Just go look at which one fits your business best and go for it. There is help. There is people wanting to help. That is here and readily available. Again, we're not just music podcast. It's another long episode. I'm sure this one is definitely gonna have to be three different weeks. I'm not gonna even try to make myself make this one episode, but this would be like a series because we talked about a lot of stuff. It wasn't just one thing we talked about. We touched on a lot. More so helps. I guess it's just April. April is gonna be more so a month of help. And of course, we have homicidals and things like that too. That we can fit in between these. But again, just remember. Your mental health is very, 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 very big. If you take care of your mental health, I think a lot of stuff that comes along with making decisions in life will come and they'll work out. Again, nobody's perfect. Remember, nobody believes in that brand like you do. Remember, you have to be the one to believe in it first before they even believe in you. So don't ever take it as if this is going to be a thing. It's going to be a walk in the park. Everybody going to like me. No, everybody ain't going to like you. Everybody's not going to like your personality. Right. Everybody's not going to like your brand. Everybody's not going to like what you're presenting. So, but you remember, you got to get out there in front of these people, talk to them, and make sure they hear you, make sure they can see it, make sure they can feel it, and get in their face. If they see if they see you, that's how they know you. If they don't see you, they won't know you. Right. So, again, remember, social media is just a small part. The website is very big, though. The website is very big. There are so many platforms out here looking for what your brand has already got. Go get on them. Tie yourself into them. Sign up. Get on their mailing list. Like, start looking at the stuff that they doing. Go to these places they going. They sending you to. Like, all this stuff it's got to work somewhere. Right. It's got to work somewhere. Right. Again, Not Just Music Podcast. I'm your boy, Duan Marino. Quincy Murdoch in the building. Oh, and always remember, follow, like, everything. Subscribe to everything. Merch store, check out all the merch. T-shirts are getting ready to start going out. I'm going to start getting them going here very, very soon. They're flying. I'm starting to get the ideas of what I want to do. How I want to present it is all starting to come full circle. So again, nothing else. Oh yeah, Quincy Murdoch the movie. Check that out when y'all get a chance. Go to his website and check that out. Please. If nothing else other than that, we are out.